Before we begin, save this meditation so you can return to it every day for the next 30 days. This is not designed to be something you listen to once and immediately forget. It is a 30-day practice created to help you become more aware of the thoughts, beliefs, emotional patterns, and automatic reactions that may be shaping your life without your conscious permission. Each time you return, you will practice releasing what no longer supports you, strengthening the beliefs you want to carry forward, and reconnecting with the calmest, clearest, most confident version of yourself. Subscribe now so this meditation remains easy to find, and so you can continue your transformation with the other practices on this channel. Then, choose a time you can return each day. You may listen in the morning to set the tone for your day, in the evening to release everything you have been carrying, or before sleep when your body is naturally becoming quieter. The exact time matters less than your willingness to return. For the next 30 days, allow repetition to become part of the process. You may notice certain words affecting you differently as the days pass. You may become more aware of the way you speak to yourself. You may begin noticing old thoughts before they become emotional spirals. You may feel more capable of pausing, choosing, and responding intentionally. Some days may feel powerful, other days may feel quiet or ordinary. Both are part of the practice. Your transformation does not require perfection. Missing one day does not erase what you have already practiced. Simply return the following day. You do not need to start over. You do not need to criticize yourself. You only need to come back. You may also comment with the day you are completing, beginning with day 1 today. Each time you return, update your number. Let it become a visible record of the promise you are keeping to yourself. Your highest self is not a flawless person who never struggles, doubts, or feels afraid. Your highest self is the version of you who knows how to remain connected to yourself during difficult moments. It is the version of you who recognizes fear without surrendering every decision to it. It is the version of you who chooses from clarity instead of reacting from old pain. It is the version of you who trusts that growth can happen gently, gradually, and honestly. Over the next 30 days, you are not forcing yourself to become someone else. You are practicing the release of everything that has made you forget who you are. Make sure you are in a comfortable and safe place where you can fully relax. Do not listen while driving or doing anything that requires your complete attention. Allow your body to settle into the position that feels most supportive. You may lie down or remain seated. Let your hands rest naturally. Let your legs become comfortable. Allow your eyes to close whenever you feel ready. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. There is nowhere else you need to be right now. There is nothing you need to prove. There is no performance required of you. This moment does not need to be productive. It only needs to be experienced. Bring your awareness to the surface beneath your body. Notice how it supports you without asking anything in return. Feel the places where your body makes contact with the bed, chair, floor, or cushion beneath you. Allow yourself to become a little heavier. You do not have to hold yourself up so tightly. You can let the surface beneath you do some of the work. Bring your attention to the top of your head. Imagine a soft warmth beginning there. It is not demanding. It does not rush. It simply invites the muscles around your scalp to loosen. Allow that warmth to move toward your forehead. Notice whether you have been holding tension between your eyebrows. Let that area smooth. Let the tiny muscles around your eyes soften. You have looked at enough for today. You have searched for enough answers. For this moment, your eyes can rest. Let your cheeks become heavy. Release your jaw. Allow a small space to form between your upper and lower teeth. Let your tongue rest gently. You do not need to prepare your next sentence. You do not need to defend, explain, or persuade. Save this meditation so you can return to it every day for the next 30 days. This is not designed to be something you listen to once and immediately forget. It is a 30-day practice created to help you become more aware of the thoughts, beliefs, emotional patterns, and automatic reactions that may be shaping your life without your conscious permission. Each time you return, you will practice releasing what no longer supports you, strengthening the beliefs you want to carry forward, and reconnecting with the calmest, clearest, most confident version of yourself. Subscribe now so this meditation remains easy to find and so you can continue your transformation with the other practices on this channel. Then choose a time you can return each day. You may listen in the morning to set the tone for your day, in the evening to release everything you have been carrying, or before sleep when your body is naturally becoming quieter. The exact time matters less than your willingness to return. For the next 30 days, allow repetition to become part of the process. You may notice certain words affecting you differently as the days pass. You may become more aware of the way you speak to yourself. You may begin noticing old thoughts before they become emotional spirals. You may feel more capable of pausing, choosing, and responding intentionally. Some days may feel powerful. Other days may feel quiet or ordinary. Both are part of the practice. Your transformation does not require perfection. Missing one day does not erase what you have already practiced. Simply return the following day. You do not need to start over. You do not need to criticize yourself. You only need to come back. You may also comment with the day you are completing, beginning with day 1 today. Each time you return, update your number. Let it become a visible record of the promise you are keeping to yourself. Your highest self is not a flawless person who never struggles, doubts, or feels afraid. Your highest self is the version of you who knows how to remain connected to yourself during difficult moments. It is the version of you who recognizes fear without surrendering every decision to it. It is the version of you who chooses from clarity instead of reacting from old pain. It is the version of you who trusts that growth can happen gently, gradually, and honestly. Over the next 30 days, you are not forcing yourself to become someone else. You are practicing the release of everything that has made you forget who you are. Make sure you are in a comfortable and safe place where you can fully relax. Do not listen while driving or doing anything that requires your complete attention. Allow your body to settle into the position that feels most supportive. You may lie down or remain seated. Let your hands rest naturally. Let your legs become comfortable. Allow your eyes to close whenever you feel ready. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. There is nowhere else you need to be right now. There is nothing you need to prove. There is no performance required of you. This moment does not need to be productive. It only needs to be experienced. Bring your awareness to the surface beneath your body. Notice how it supports you without asking anything in return. Feel the places where your body makes contact with the bed, chair, floor, or cushion beneath you. Allow yourself to become a little heavier. You do not have to hold yourself up so tightly. You can let the surface beneath you do some of the work. Bring your attention to the top of your head. Imagine a soft warmth beginning there. It is not demanding. It does not rush. It simply invites the muscles around your scalp to loosen. Allow that warmth to move toward your forehead. Notice whether you have been holding tension between your eyebrows. Let that area smooth. Let the tiny muscles around your eyes soften. You have looked at enough for today. You have searched for enough answers. For this moment, your eyes can rest. Let your cheeks become heavy. Release your jaw. Allow a small space to form between your upper and lower teeth. Let your tongue rest gently. You do not need to prepare your next sentence. You do not need to defend, explain, or persuade. Your mouth can become still. Bring your awareness to your neck. Notice where it may be holding the weight of everything you have been thinking about. Imagine that weight beginning to dissolve. Let the muscles along the sides of your neck soften. Let the back of your neck become supported. Allow your shoulders to drop. They may have been carrying responsibilities, expectations, unfinished conversations, plans, fears, and pressure. You do not need to solve any of those things in this moment. Let your shoulders move away from your ears. Let them become loose and heavy. Feel the relaxation moving down both arms, over your upper arms, through your elbows, down your forearms, and into your wrists. Allow your hands to soften. Let your palms rest open or relaxed. Release each finger. Your hands have done enough. They do not need to hold anything right now. Take another slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bring your attention to your chest. Notice the gentle movement created by your breathing. You do not need to change anything. Simply observe the rise and fall. Notice that your body knows how to continue without your constant instruction. Allow the muscles around your ribs to soften. Let your upper back become heavy. Let the space between your shoulder blades release. Imagine any tension there becoming warm and loose. Bring your awareness to your heart area. You may notice emotion. You may notice nothing at all. There is no correct experience. You do not have to create a feeling for this meditation to work as a practice. You are simply making space for whatever is already present. Bring your attention to your stomach. Let it soften. You do not need to pull it in. You do not need to protect yourself by remaining tense. Allow your abdomen to expand naturally when you breathe. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel the relaxation moving through your lower back. Imagine the muscles becoming warm and supported. Let your hips become heavy. Release any tightness you have been holding through your pelvis. Let that softness move down through your thighs. Feel the weight of both legs. Allow the muscles around your knees to loosen. Let the relaxation continue down through your calves, your ankles, and into your feet. Notice your heels. Notice the soles of your feet. Notice each toe. Let your entire body become still without forcing it to be still. Your body does not need to disappear for you to relax. You may still notice sensations. You may still hear sounds around you. Relaxation is not the absence of sensation. It is the willingness to stop fighting every sensation that appears. For the next few moments, allow yourself to rest inside the rhythm of your breathing. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Imagine that every time you exhale, the volume of the outside world becomes slightly lower. The demands become quieter. The pressure becomes more distant. The unfinished tasks remain where they are, but they no longer need to occupy the center of your awareness. Now imagine yourself standing at the beginning of a wide, peaceful path just before sunrise. The sky is still deep and quiet, but a soft light has begun to appear at the horizon. The path stretches forward through an open landscape. You do not need to know exactly where it leads. You only need to be willing to take the next step. Notice the ground beneath your feet. it feels steady. With each step, you become more present. You hear the soft sound of your movement. You feel the coolness of the air against your skin. You notice the stillness that exists before the day fully begins. This path represents the space between who you have been and who you are choosing to become. You are not rejecting your past. You are not shaming the version of you who survived difficult seasons. You are honoring that version of you by refusing to remain trapped inside every belief those seasons created. As you continue walking, you notice that you are carrying a bag over one shoulder. You may not have noticed its weight before. You have carried it for so long that it began to feel normal. You slowly remove the bag and place it on the ground in front of you. You open it gently. Part 2 of 5. Inside are old thoughts you have repeated so often that they began to sound like facts. Thoughts about what you are capable of. Thoughts about what you deserve. Thoughts about what other people might think. Thoughts about what could go wrong. Thoughts about how far behind you believe you are. Thoughts that tell you it is safer not to try. Thoughts that convince you to expect disappointment before hope has even had a chance to enter. You do not need to argue with these thoughts. You do not need to become angry with yourself for carrying them. Many of them began as attempts to protect you. Your mind learned from what happened before and tried to prepare you for what might happen again. But preparation became prediction. Caution became fear. Awareness became overthinking. Protection became limitation. You can appreciate why these patterns formed without allowing them to make every decision now. Look into the bag and notice one belief that you are ready to stop carrying. You do not need to force specific words. Allow something to arise naturally. Perhaps it is the belief that you are not enough. Perhaps it is the belief that you always ruin good things. Perhaps it is the belief that you must earn rest. Perhaps it is the belief that other people are more capable than you. Perhaps it is the belief that your past determines your future. Perhaps it is the belief that you cannot trust yourself. Perhaps it is the belief that change is always temporary. Whatever appears, imagine yourself lifting that belief out of the bag. Notice its shape, its weight, or its texture. You have carried it, but it is not part of your identity. It is something you learned, and what was learned can be questioned, softened, and replaced through conscious practice. Hold it in your hands for a moment and say silently to yourself, "This belief may have influenced me, but it does not own me." You place it gently on the ground. Notice another belief. Perhaps you have believed that your sensitivity makes you weak. Perhaps you have believed that asking for help makes you incapable. Perhaps you have believed that one mistake cancels your progress. Perhaps you have believed that you must know exactly what you are doing before you begin. Lift that belief from the bag and place it beside the first. You do not need to carry every old conclusion into your next chapter. Notice another weight. It may be a memory, a regret, an expectation, or a version of yourself you keep judging. Place it down. You are not throwing away your experiences. You are releasing the belief that pain must remain your permanent identity. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Imagine a gentle wind moving across the path. It does not erase the past. It lifts the dust from these old beliefs and carries it away. The beliefs begin to lose their sharp edges. They become smaller, lighter, less convincing. You close the bag and notice that it is almost empty now. You place it beside the path. You may return for anything truly useful, but you are no longer obligated to carry everything simply because it once belonged to you. As you begin walking again, notice how your body feels without that weight. Your steps may feel lighter. Your chest may feel more open. Your breathing may feel easier. Ahead, the rising light becomes brighter. The path leads you toward a clear, still body of water. The surface reflects the changing sky. There are no waves. There is no urgency. You walk toward the edge and look down. At first, You see your familiar reflection, the face you recognize, the expression you have worn through many seasons. Look at yourself with softness. This person has made it through moments that once felt impossible. This person has adapted, learned, protected, endured, tried again, and continued. You do not need to criticize the person in the reflection to create change. Shame is not the only path to growth. You can change because you care about yourself, not because you despise who you have been. As you continue looking into the water, the reflection begins to shift. You see another version of yourself becoming visible. This is not a stranger. This is not an impossible or flawless version of you. This is your highest self, the version of you who has practiced living with greater awareness, self-trust, courage, and peace. Notice the way this version of you holds their body. There is no need to appear superior. There is simply steadiness. Notice the expression on their face. Perhaps their eyes are clearer. Perhaps their jaw is relaxed. Perhaps they look rested, present, and deeply connected to themselves. Notice how they breathe. Notice the way they respond to life without rushing to abandon themselves. Your highest self is not free from every challenge. Your highest self has learned not to confuse a difficult moment with a ruined life. Your highest self still feels emotion, but emotion is no longer treated as proof that something terrible is about to happen. Your highest self still experiences uncertainty, but uncertainty no longer becomes an order to stop moving. Your highest self still makes mistakes, but mistakes are used as information instead of weapons. Your highest self understands that confidence is not knowing that everything will work perfectly. Confidence is knowing you will remain on your own side while you figure things out. Look at this version of you and notice one quality that feels especially strong. Maybe it is peace. Maybe it is confidence. Maybe it is discipline. Maybe it is compassion. Maybe it is honesty. Maybe it is courage. Maybe it is self-respect. Maybe it is patience. Allow the quality to become clear. Now imagine your highest self stepping out of the reflection and standing across from you. You remain completely safe. Their presence feels familiar because this version of you has always existed as a possibility within you. They look at you without disappointment. They are not judging how long it has taken you to arrive here. They understand every detour. They understand every time you chose fear because fear felt familiar. They understand every time you stayed small because visibility felt unsafe. They understand every time you doubted yourself because trusting yourself had not yet become a practiced skill. Your highest self reaches out a hand. You take it. Notice the warmth of this connection. Your highest self says, "I have never been separate from you. I am built through the choices you practice." Let those words settle. I am built through the choices you practice. You do not become your highest self through one dramatic moment. You become your highest self when you pause before repeating an old reaction. You become your highest self when you speak to yourself with respect after making a mistake. You become your highest self when you rest without requiring exhaustion as permission. You become your highest self when you tell the truth. You become your highest self when you take one step before certainty arrives. You become your highest self when you stop allowing temporary emotions to define your entire identity. Your highest self asks you to sit beside the water. Together, you sit in silence. You feel grounded by their presence. You begin to understand that their calm is not something being given to you from the outside. It is something being reflected back to you. Your highest self invites you to notice the thoughts that most often pull you away from yourself. Imagine one of those thoughts appearing in front of you, written across the surface of the water. Perhaps it says, "I am not ready." Watch the words float there. Now your highest self asks, "Is this a fact, or is this a familiar fear?" You do not have to answer immediately. Notice the difference between a fact and a fear that has been repeated many times. A fact contains information. Fear often speaks in absolutes. Fear says always. Fear says never. Fear says everyone. Fear says nothing will change. Fear says you will fail before you begin. Your awareness creates space between the thought and your response. Imagine the words on the water beginning to dissolve. In their place, new words appear. I can begin before I feel completely ready. Let that statement remain. I can begin before I feel completely ready. Notice how it feels inside your body. You do not need to force yourself to believe it perfectly. You are introducing a possibility. Another old thought appears. Perhaps it says, I cannot trust myself. Look at the words without becoming them. Your highest self reminds you that self-trust is not built by never making mistakes. Self-trust is built by listening, choosing, learning, repairing, and refusing to abandon yourself when a choice does not work as expected. The words begin to dissolve. A new statement appears. I am learning to trust myself through action. Allow those words to settle. I am learning to trust myself through action. Another thought may appear. I am too far behind. Observe it. Your highest self asks, behind whom? Life is not a single path where everyone must reach the same place at the same time. Your timing may be different because your experiences have been different. Your responsibilities have been different. Your lessons have been different. The thought dissolves. A new statement appears. My life is allowed to unfold at its own pace. Let that become available to you. My life is allowed to unfold at its own pace. Another old thought appears. I always go back to my old ways. Notice how that sentence turns previous patterns into a permanent identity. Your highest self reminds you that returning to an old pattern does not mean you have lost all progress. Awareness changes the pattern. Returning sooner changes the pattern. Responding with compassion changes the pattern. Every conscious interruption matters. The words dissolve. A new statement appears. Every time I return to myself, I strengthen a new way of living. Let those words move through you. Every time I return to myself, I strengthen a new way of living. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your highest self now asks you to imagine an ordinary day in your future. Not a perfect day, not a fantasy, a real day lived with greater awareness. See yourself waking in the morning. Notice the room around you. Notice the light. Notice the first few moments before the outside world enters. In the past, you may have immediately reached for your phone or allowed anxious thoughts to race ahead into everything that needed to be done. But this version of you pauses. You place one hand over your heart or stomach. You notice that you are here. You do not demand that the morning feel perfect. You simply choose not to hand your mind over to noise before you have met yourself. You remember one clear intention. Today, I will remain on my own side. See yourself getting ready for the day. Notice the way you move. You are not rushing to escape yourself. You are not criticizing your reflection. You are not using every small delay as evidence that the day is falling apart. You move with greater patience. Imagine yourself encountering a moment that would normally trigger overthinking. Perhaps you receive a message with an unclear tone. Perhaps someone takes longer than expected to respond. Perhaps a plan changes. Perhaps you make a small mistake. Perhaps you sense disapproval. Notice the first wave of reaction. Your body may tighten. Your mind may begin creating explanations. But this future version of you recognizes the pattern. You pause. You feel your feet against the ground. You allow the first interpretation to be a thought, not a verdict. You say to yourself, I do not have enough information to assume the worst. Notice what becomes possible when you do not immediately obey the most frightening story. You give yourself time. You ask a question if one is needed. You redirect your attention if no action can be taken. You remain connected to yourself. Now, imagine yourself facing a decision. In the past, you may have asked everyone else what you should do before listening to your own wisdom. You may have delayed because you wanted certainty no human being can possess. This version of you gathers the information available. You notice your values. You consider what supports the person you are becoming. You make the best decision you can with what you know now. You understand that a decision does not need to guarantee a perfect outcome to be thoughtful. You trust yourself to adjust when new information appears. Feel the strength in that. Now, imagine yourself completing something you have been delaying. It may be a conversation, a project, a boundary, an application, a small daily habit, a beginning. Notice that your highest self does not wait for endless motivation. This version of you makes the task smaller. They begin with what is available. They allow imperfect action to create momentum. See yourself taking that first step. Feel the quiet satisfaction of movement. You are not becoming someone who never feels resistance. You are becoming someone who knows resistance does not always mean stop. Now imagine the end of this future day. You return to a quiet place. You reflect on what went well and what felt difficult. You do not review the day only to search for evidence against yourself. You notice one moment when you stayed present, one moment when you chose differently, one moment when you honored your needs, one moment when you did not allow fear to make the final decision. You recognize these moments as transformation. Your life changes through moments that may look small from the outside. You release the belief that growth must always be dramatic to be real. Your highest self turns toward you and asks, what would change if you stopped treating yourself like someone who must constantly be corrected? Allow the question to remain open. What would change if you stopped treating yourself like someone who must constantly be corrected? Perhaps you would take more chances. Perhaps you would speak more honestly. Perhaps you would recover from mistakes faster. Perhaps you would stop confusing punishment with discipline. Perhaps you would stop waiting to feel worthy before taking care of yourself. Perhaps you would begin believing that support creates more sustainable change than shame. Your highest self says, you do not need to become cruel to become disciplined. Let that settle. You do not need to become cruel to become disciplined. Discipline can be an act of devotion. It can mean choosing what supports you even when another option feels easier in the moment. It can mean keeping a small promise. It can mean returning without drama after you lose momentum. Your highest self says, consistency is not never missing. Consistency is becoming someone who returns. Feel the truth available in those words. Consistency is becoming someone who returns. This is why you will come back to this meditation for the next 30 days. Not because listening to words alone will magically create every change you desire, but because returning teaches you that you are capable of keeping a promise to yourself. Each return becomes evidence. Evidence that you can choose intentionally. Evidence that you can create a ritual. Evidence that you can pause the noise. Evidence that you can practice a new internal voice. Evidence that you are not helpless inside your own patterns. Your highest self invites you to stand. Together, you walk along the edge of the water. With each step, you are invited to embody a new belief. I am not my most anxious thought. Take another step. I can experience uncertainty without abandoning myself. Another step. My past can inform me without controlling me. Another step. I do not need to be perfect to be trustworthy. Another step. My sensitivity can exist alongside strength. Another step. Rest supports my growth. Another step. I am allowed to change my mind when I learn more. Another step. I can set boundaries without becoming unkind. Another step. I can be compassionate without becoming responsible for everyone. Another step. I can move slowly and still move forward. Another step. I am capable of creating a different relationship with myself. Let these statements surround you without forcing them. Notice which one your mind resists. Resistance does not mean the statement is wrong. It may mean the statement is unfamiliar. Your subconscious mind has been shaped through repetition, emotion, experience, and attention. Old patterns became familiar because they were practiced repeatedly. New patterns also require repetition. You are not trying to erase your mind. You are offering it new experiences and new possibilities. Imagine every supportive statement becoming a seed planted in the ground beside the path. You do not dig it up every day to see whether it has grown. You water it through repetition. You support it through action. You give it time. The seed of self-trust, the seed of calm, the seed of courage, the seed of confidence, the seed of self-respect, the seed of consistency, the seed of compassion, the seed of a new identity. You do not need all of them to bloom today. You only need to keep tending the ground. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your highest self now brings you to an open space surrounded by warm light. In the center is a simple doorway. There are no walls around it. It stands freely, representing a choice rather than an escape. On your side of the doorway are the patterns you have known, overthinking every possibility, doubting your decisions, waiting for permission, speaking to yourself harshly, believing fear is always a warning. Repeating the past before the future has a chance to unfold. On the other side of the doorway is not a perfect life. It is a more conscious relationship with life. You may still experience difficult days. You may still feel nervous before doing something new. You may still need support. You may still change direction. But on the other side, you stop using these experiences as evidence that you are failing. Your highest self stands beside the doorway and reminds you that crossing it does not require you to know every step that comes afterward. You only need to choose what you are ready to practice now. Before you walk through, notice whether there is anything else you want to set down. Maybe you are ready to release the need to be understood by everyone. Maybe you are ready to release the belief that your worth increases when you exhaust yourself. Maybe you are ready to release the habit of rehearsing rejection. Maybe you are ready to release the need to predict every outcome. Maybe you are ready to release the version of strength that requires you to have no needs. Maybe you are ready to release the story that it is too late. Place whatever you are ready to release beside the doorway. You do not have to promise that it will never return. You are simply choosing not to carry it through this moment. Now notice what you want to bring with you. Choose one quality: peace, courage, clarity, self-trust, discipline, compassion, confidence, presence. Imagine this quality becoming a gentle light in the center of your chest. It is not blinding, it is steady. With each natural breath, the light becomes easier to feel. It moves through your chest, down your arms, into your hands. It moves through your stomach, your hips, your legs, and your feet. It moves upward through your neck, your face, and the top of your head. Your entire body is held inside the quality you have chosen. You take one step toward the doorway. Your highest self walks with you. You take another step. You are not leaving yourself behind. You take another step. You are bringing every lesson with you while releasing the identities that no longer fit. You reach the doorway. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. You step through. Notice the feeling of crossing from automatic reaction into conscious choice. Nothing outside of you needs to explode into color. Transformation can feel quiet. It can feel like relief. It can feel like a decision you will need to make again tomorrow. You turn toward your highest self. They are no longer standing across from you. Their light begins to move toward you, gently and naturally, until you understand that you are not watching this version of yourself anymore. You are embodying them. Feel your posture adjust. Feel your breathing deepen. Feel the steadiness in your chest. You are not pretending to be someone else. You are practicing what it feels like to inhabit your life with greater intention. Repeat silently, or allow the words to move through your awareness. I am becoming more conscious of the thoughts I choose to strengthen. I am allowed to question beliefs that were created during painful seasons. I can notice fear without treating it as prophecy. I can pause before I react. I can choose one supportive action even when I feel uncertain. I am building self-trust through the way I respond to myself. I do not need to shame myself into becoming better. I can grow through honesty, support, and repetition. I release the need to solve my entire life today. I honor small changes. I honor quiet progress. I honor every moment I return to myself. I am learning to feel safe in my own presence. I am learning to speak to myself with respect. I am learning to recognize when an old pattern is asking to control a new moment. I am allowed to choose differently. I am allowed to outgrow identities that once protected me. I am allowed to become visible. I am allowed to be supported. I am allowed to rest. I am allowed to begin again without calling myself a failure. I can make decisions without knowing every possible outcome. I can trust myself to respond to what happens next. I am more capable than fear allows me to remember. I am not behind. I am here. I am growing. I am returning. I am becoming. Allow a few moments for these words to settle into the quiet spaces of your mind. You do not have to memorize them. You do not have to force them. Let repetition make them familiar over the next 30 days. Now, imagine yourself 30 days from today. See yourself returning to this meditation for the final time in the 30-day practice. Notice where you are. Notice the date. Notice how it feels to know that you continued. Perhaps the transformation is not that every negative thought has disappeared. Perhaps the transformation is that you notice them sooner. Perhaps anxiety still visits, but it no longer controls the entire room. Perhaps you have become more patient with yourself. Perhaps you have taken action on something you were avoiding. Perhaps you have become more aware of your boundaries. Perhaps you have started speaking to yourself differently. Perhaps you trust your ability to return. See the version of you on day 30 looking back at you now. Let them tell you what mattered most. Maybe they say, "Thank you for beginning before you felt ready." Maybe they say, "Thank you for returning after the difficult days." Maybe they say, "Thank you for choosing consistency over perfection." Maybe they say, "Thank you for finally speaking to us with kindness." Maybe they say, "You did not need to transform overnight. You only needed to stop abandoning the process." Allow your day 30 self to offer you one message. Listen without forcing. The message may arrive as words, an image, a feeling, or a quiet sense of knowing. Give yourself time to receive it. Now, see your day 30 self placing something in your hands. It may be a key, representing access to a new way of living. It may be a small light, representing awareness. It may be a compass, representing inner direction. It may be a seed, representing continued growth. It may be something entirely different. Accept it. Notice its weight and meaning. This object represents the part of your transformation that belongs only to you. Hold it close to your heart. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. You begin to understand that your highest self is not waiting at the end of 30 days. Your highest self is present in the choice you are making right now. The choice to listen, the choice to pause, the choice to become aware, the choice to return, the choice to stop rehearsing only what could go wrong, the choice to imagine what could become possible through steady practice. You do not need to wait for a future version of you to feel proud. You can honor yourself for beginning today. Bring your awareness back to the light in the center of your chest. Notice that it remains steady. This light does not depend on a perfect mood. It represents the awareness you can return to at any time. Imagine the light gently forming 3 words. I choose myself. Let the words remain. I choose myself. This does not mean choosing yourself at the expense of everyone else. It means refusing to disappear from your own life. It means considering your own needs, listening to your own signals, respecting your limits, honoring your values, protecting your peace without using peace as an excuse to avoid every challenge, supporting yourself through discomfort, remaining present during change. I choose myself. Now the words begin to shift. I trust the process. You do not need to trust that everything will happen exactly as planned. You are trusting your ability to participate in your own growth. I trust the process. The words shift again. I return tomorrow. Let that become your closing commitment. I return tomorrow, not because you are broken, not because one day was not enough, because repetition creates familiarity, and familiarity can help make a new response easier to access. I return tomorrow. Take another slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Begin noticing the physical body again. Feel the surface beneath you. Notice the weight of your head. Notice your shoulders. Notice your arms and hands. Notice your back, your hips, your legs, and your feet. You do not need to rush out of this state. Let awareness return gradually. Imagine the sunrise from the beginning of your journey, now fully above the horizon. Its light reaches across the path, the water, the doorway, and every seed you planted. The path remains available to you. You can return whenever you need to remember that you are allowed to pause before repeating the past. Your highest self is not disappearing. This part of you is leaving with you. Bring the quality you chose earlier back into your awareness. Peace, courage, clarity, self-trust, discipline, compassion, confidence, presence. Remember your quality. Choose one simple way to express it today. If you chose peace, perhaps you will pause before responding. If you chose courage, perhaps you will take one step you have been postponing. If you chose clarity, perhaps you will write down what you truly want. If you chose self-trust, perhaps you will make one decision without asking 5 people to approve it. If you chose discipline, perhaps you will keep one small promise. If you chose compassion, perhaps you will speak to yourself gently after a difficult moment. If you chose confidence, perhaps you will allow yourself to be seen. If you chose presence, perhaps you will give your full attention to one moment instead of dividing yourself across many. Transformation enters your life through action. The meditation creates space. Your choices carry the practice forward. Take a final slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Begin moving your fingers gently. Move your toes. If it feels comfortable, roll your shoulders or adjust your position. Let your body return at its own pace. Before you open your eyes, remember what you are committing to. Save this meditation. Return once a day for the next 30 days. Comment day 1 when you are finished today. Then continue tracking each day you return. Subscribe so you can easily continue this journey and find more guided practices created to support your relationship with your mind and body. Do not measure your transformation only by dramatic moments. Look for the quiet changes, the pause before an old reaction, the kinder sentence, the boundary you honor, the decision you make, the task you begin, the moment you recognize that a thought is not a command, the moment you return to yourself. These are the places where your highest self becomes visible. Today is complete. You have begun. You do not need to become everything today. You only need to return tomorrow. Whenever you feel ready, gently open your eyes. Carry this steadiness with you. Carry this awareness with you. Carry the knowledge that your thoughts can be observed, your patterns can be interrupted, and your relationship with yourself can become more supportive through practice. You are not waiting to meet your highest self someday. You are creating that connection now. One thought, one choice, one return at a time. The next light opens into a quiet garden surrounded by tall hedges. As you step inside, notice several paths branching in different directions. Some appear smooth and familiar. Others are less certain, partly hidden by flowers and soft shadows. Your highest self walks beside you and says, "Not every familiar path is meant to be repeated." Let those words settle. You may have returned to certain patterns because you knew what to expect from them. Even when they caused pain, they felt predictable. Predictability can sometimes feel safer than possibility. But safety and familiarity are not always the same. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat silently. I am allowed to question what has become familiar. Again, I am allowed to question what has become familiar. Look toward one of the paths. It represents a pattern you are ready to understand more deeply. It may be overthinking, avoiding, procrastinating, seeking approval, returning to unhealthy situations, or becoming discouraged when progress feels slow. Begin walking down the path without judging yourself. As you continue, notice small signs placed along the ground. Each one contains a question. The first asks, "What usually happens before this pattern begins?" Pause and consider your answer. Perhaps you feel rejected, uncertain, tired, lonely, criticized, or overwhelmed. Perhaps the pattern begins when you believe you must solve everything immediately. The next sign asks, "What does this pattern help me avoid feeling?" Allow an honest answer to rise. Perhaps it helps you avoid disappointment. Perhaps it protects you from the possibility of failure. Perhaps it gives you something familiar to focus on when the future feels unknown. Your highest self reminds you, a pattern can protect you temporarily while still limiting you over time. You do not need to hate the pattern. You only need to understand what it has been trying to do for you. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. At the end of the path, you find a small gate. Written across it are the words, "A new response is available." Place your hand on the gate. Imagine the familiar trigger appearing again. This time, before the old pattern begins, you notice the space between what happened and what you choose next. That space may last only a few seconds, but it is enough. In that space, breathe. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold gently. 1, 2. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ask yourself, what do I actually need in this moment? Perhaps you need reassurance, rest, movement, clarity, comfort, distance, or a truthful conversation. Instead of repeating the old pattern automatically, imagine meeting the need directly. You pause instead of reacting. You ask instead of assuming. You rest instead of escaping. You take one step instead of demanding that everything be solved. Repeat silently, "I can meet my needs without repeating what harms me." Again, "I can meet my needs without repeating what harms me." Open the gate and step through. On the other side is a peaceful courtyard with a fountain at its center. Sit beside the water and notice the gentle rhythm of its movement. Your highest self says, you do not break a pattern by demanding that it never appear again. You change it by responding differently when it does. Allow that truth to release some pressure. An old thought may return. An old fear may return. An old urge may return. Its return does not mean it still controls you. Each time you notice and choose differently, the pattern becomes less automatic. Repeat silently, awareness creates choice. Again, awareness creates choice. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look into the fountain. A memory appears on the surface. It may be a moment when you did not respond the way you wish you had. Perhaps you became overwhelmed, returned to someone, abandoned a goal, or reacted from fear. Watch the memory without stepping inside it. You are observing, not reliving. Ask yourself, what did I need in that moment that I did not know how to give myself? Perhaps you needed safety. Perhaps you needed permission to leave. Perhaps you needed support, patience, or the understanding that one mistake would not destroy your future. Imagine entering the memory as the person you are now. Stand beside your former self. Do not criticize them. Place a hand gently on their shoulder and say, "You were doing the best you could with what you understood then." Pause. Then say, "You do not have to carry this alone anymore." Notice the memory becoming softer around the edges. You are not changing what happened. You are changing the way you hold it now. Repeat silently, "I offer compassion to the version of me who did not yet know another way." Again, I offer compassion to the version of me who did not yet know another way. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. The memory fades, and the fountain becomes clear again. Your highest self places a small stone in your hand. The word pause is written across it. This stone represents the moment when choice becomes possible. Imagine carrying it with you into daily life. When anxiety begins creating a story, pause. When anger asks you to react immediately, pause. When self-doubt tells you to abandon something important, pause. When guilt pressures you to say yes, pause. A pause does not mean avoidance. It gives wisdom time to enter the conversation. Repeat silently, "I give myself permission to pause before I choose." Again, I give myself permission to pause before I choose. Now imagine a difficult conversation beginning. You feel your body becoming tense. Instead of rushing to defend yourself, you feel the stone in your hand. You breathe. You listen. You ask for a moment if you need one. You choose words that reflect what you truly mean, rather than what fear wants to say. See yourself remaining grounded, even if the other person does not respond perfectly. Your peace does not depend on controlling every reaction. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now imagine a moment of temptation to abandon a promise you made to yourself. You feel tired, discouraged, or impatient with how slowly progress is happening. Again, feel the stone in your hand. Pause. Ask, what is the smallest action that would keep me connected to my intention? Perhaps you cannot do everything you planned, but you can do something. 5 minutes of effort, 1 healthy choice, 1 honest sentence, 1 moment of returning. Repeat silently. Small actions keep the path open. Again, small actions keep the path open. The courtyard begins to brighten. Around the fountain, new flowers open one at a time. They represent the moments when you interrupted an old pattern, even briefly. You do not need to count them. You only need to keep creating them. Your highest self says, the goal is not to become someone who is never triggered, tired, or uncertain. The goal is to become someone who knows how to return. Let that settle deeply. You know how to return to your breath. You know how to return to your body. You know how to return to the facts. You know how to return to your intention. You know how to return to yourself. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Silently repeat, I do not fear the return of an old pattern. I trust my growing ability to choose again. Again. I trust my growing ability to choose again. Stand beside your highest self and place the stone over your heart. It dissolves into the steady light within you. The garden paths remain behind you. Some may appear again during the next 30 days. But now you understand that recognition is not failure. Recognition is the doorway to change. You are learning to notice sooner. You are learning to pause longer. You are learning to choose with greater care. And each time you do, the life you are creating becomes a little more familiar. The courtyard slowly fades, and you find yourself walking along a quiet shoreline. The water stretches calmly beside you, reflecting the soft light of the sky. Each wave reaches the sand and then returns, leaving the shore smooth again. Your highest self walks beside you and says, "You are allowed to let a moment pass without carrying it forever." Let those words settle. There may be conversations you continue replaying long after they have ended. There may be mistakes you revisit, questions you cannot answer, or moments you keep examining as though one more thought will finally bring peace. But not every experience needs to be solved through more thinking. Some experiences need to be felt, understood, and released. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat silently. I do not have to carry every moment into the next one. Again, I do not have to carry every moment into the next one. Notice one thought you have been repeating. Perhaps it begins with, I should have, why did they, what if, or if only. Imagine writing that thought in the sand. Look at the words without judgment. They represent your mind's attempt to create certainty, understanding, or protection. Now watch as a wave moves gently across the shore. The water passes over the sentence, softening the edges of each word until the sand becomes clear again. The memory still exists, but you do not have to rehearse it every day. Your highest self says, releasing the repetition does not mean the experience did not matter. Allow yourself to understand the difference. You can honor what happened without making it your permanent mental home. You can remember the lesson without repeatedly reopening the wound. You can care about the outcome without sacrificing every peaceful moment to it. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Silently repeat. I keep the wisdom and release the endless replay. Again, I keep the wisdom and release the endless replay. Continue walking along the shore. Ahead, you notice several shells resting near the water. Each shell contains a question your mind has been trying to answer. Why did this happen? What do they think of me? What if I made the wrong choice? When will everything finally work out? Pick up one shell and hold it close. Listen carefully. Instead of an answer, you hear only the quiet sound of the ocean. Your highest self reminds you that uncertainty is not an empty space you must immediately fill. Sometimes it is simply a space where the answer has not arrived yet. Place the shell back on the sand. Repeat silently, I can be at peace before I have every answer. Again, I can be at peace before I have every answer. Imagine how much energy becomes available when you stop demanding immediate certainty. Your mind has room to rest. Your body no longer has to remain alert while waiting for information that may not yet exist. You are allowed to say, I do not know yet. You are allowed to wait before deciding. You are allowed to let another person's silence remain their silence, instead of turning it into a statement about your worth. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now imagine a small boat resting at the edge of the water. Inside the boat are several boxes. Each box carries something you have been holding on behalf of someone else. One may contain another person's expectations, one their disappointment, another their opinion of your choices, another the responsibility you feel for keeping everyone comfortable. Walk toward the boat and notice which box feels heaviest. Place your hands on it. Ask yourself, does this truly belong to me? Perhaps you have been carrying guilt because someone did not understand your boundary. Perhaps you have been carrying responsibility for a problem you did not create. Perhaps you have been trying to manage another person's emotions so they will not become upset with you. Your highest self says, Caring about someone does not require carrying what belongs to them. Let that truth move through you. You can be compassionate without becoming responsible for every feeling. You can explain yourself without controlling whether you are understood. You can make a healthy decision even when someone else wishes you had chosen differently. Repeat silently. I release responsibility for what is not mine to carry. Again, I release responsibility for what is not mine to carry. Push the boat gently away from the shore. Watch as the water carries the boxes farther into the distance. You are not rejecting anyone. You are returning each person's thoughts, choices, and emotions to where they belong. Feel your shoulders becoming lighter and your breathing becoming easier. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your highest self invites you to sit at the edge of the water. Let your hands rest comfortably. Imagine someone whose approval you have wanted. Perhaps you have changed your behavior, delayed a decision, or questioned yourself because you hoped they would finally see your value. See this person standing at a comfortable distance. You do not need to confront them. You do not need to convince them of anything. Simply say silently, I release the need to prove myself to you. Pause. My worth does not depend on your recognition. Notice what rises within you. There may be sadness, relief, anger, or resistance. Let the feeling move without judging it. It is natural to want approval, but wanting approval and requiring it are different. Your highest self reminds you you can appreciate being understood without making understanding a condition of your peace. Repeat silently, I no longer delay my life while waiting to be validated. Again, I no longer delay my life while waiting to be validated. Imagine turning away from this person and looking toward the open horizon. Your future does not require their permission. The work you want to begin does not require everyone to believe in it. The boundary you need does not require universal agreement. The life that feels honest to you does not need to make sense to every observer. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. The sky above the water begins to change. Clouds move slowly across the horizon, and the light shifts with them. Your highest self says, emotions move this way too. A feeling may arrive strongly. It may temporarily cover everything else, but no emotion remains in exactly the same form forever. Sadness changes, fear changes, anger changes, even joy changes. You do not have to become afraid of a feeling simply because it is intense. Imagine one emotion you have been trying not to feel. Give it a shape, a color, or a place in your body. Do not force it away. Say silently, you are allowed to be here. Pause, then say, you are not required to stay forever. Notice the emotion without becoming the emotion. Instead of saying, I am anxious, you might say, anxiety is present. Instead of saying, I am broken, you might say, pain is moving through me. This small change reminds you that a feeling is an experience, not your entire identity. Repeat silently, I can feel an emotion without becoming its story. Again, I can feel an emotion without becoming its story. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Imagine the feeling moving through you like a wave. It rises, reaches its height, and slowly begins to soften. You do not chase it. You do not fight it. You allow your body to complete what it began. Your highest self sits quietly beside you. There is no pressure to explain everything you feel. Presence is enough. After a few moments, notice the ground beneath you again. Notice the temperature of the air. Notice the gentle rhythm of your breathing. You are here. The emotion moved, and you remained. Repeat silently, I can remain present while feelings change. Again, I can remain present while feelings change. As the shoreline becomes brighter, your highest self asks you to consider what peace means to you. Peace does not mean that nothing difficult ever happens. Peace does not mean that you never feel disappointed, uncertain, or afraid. Peace means you know how to return to yourself when those experiences arrive. It means you no longer create a second wound by attacking yourself for having a human response. It means you give each moment only the energy it truly requires. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Silently repeat. Peace is not something I wait for. It is something I practice. Again, peace is something I practice. See yourself practicing peace tomorrow. You pause before replying. You put down the phone when checking begins to feed anxiety. You allow one unanswered question to remain unanswered for the evening. You remind yourself that another person's mood is not automatically your responsibility. You let the day end without mentally carrying every unfinished concern into the night. Choose one of these actions, see yourself practicing it, and feel the quiet strength within that choice. Your highest self says, every time you protect a peaceful moment, you teach your mind that peace is safe. Allow those words to settle. You may have become so familiar with worry that calm sometimes feels strange. You may notice your mind searching for a problem when nothing urgent is happening. When this occurs, gently say, nothing needs my attention right now. Repeat it silently. Nothing needs my attention right now. Let yourself experience a moment that does not need to be improved, analyzed, or prepared for. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. The water becomes completely still. Your reflection appears on its surface. You see yourself as you are now, not finished, not perfect, but more aware than before. Your highest self appears beside your reflection, and for a moment, the two images begin to merge. You realize that every time you release what is not yours, question an old story, allow an emotion to move, or choose peace over mental repetition, the distance between you and your highest self becomes smaller. Silently repeat, I release what has completed its lesson. Pause. I allow uncertainty to exist without controlling me. Pause. I return responsibility to where it belongs. Pause. I practice peace in ordinary moments. Feel each statement becoming part of you. The shoreline begins to fade, but the calm remains. You carry it forward, not as something fragile, but as something you are learning to create wherever you are. The calm from the shoreline stays with you as the scene slowly changes once more. The sound of the waves becomes softer until it blends with the gentle rhythm of your breathing. Ahead, a quiet forest appears. Sunlight filters through the trees, creating shifting patterns across the path beneath your feet. Nothing here asks you to hurry. The forest seems to breathe with you. Your highest self smiles and says, growth often happens quietly. Do not mistake quiet progress for no progress. Allow those words to settle. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat silently. Even when I cannot see every change, change is still taking place. Again, even when I cannot see every change, change is still taking place. As you walk deeper into the forest, notice the trees surrounding you. Some are young, reaching upward with fresh branches. Others are ancient, standing with quiet strength after countless seasons. None of them compare themselves to the others. Each grows according to its own timing. Your highest self gently places a hand against the trunk of one of the oldest trees. This tree did not become strong in one season, they say. It stood through storms. It rested through winters. It grew during springs that no one celebrated. Its strength came from showing up year after year. Place your own hand against the tree. Imagine feeling the quiet stability within it. Not excitement, not urgency, simply steadiness. Let that steadiness begin flowing into you. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold gently. 1, 2. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repeat silently. I choose consistency over urgency. Again, I choose consistency over urgency. Continue walking until you arrive at a small clearing. In the center stands a simple lantern glowing with a warm light. Around the lantern are dozens of tiny stones. Each stone represents one choice you have made that moved you toward the life you are creating. One day you chose honesty. Another day you rested instead of pushing past exhaustion. Another day you returned after wanting to quit. Another day you kept a promise to yourself. Many of these choices seemed small at the time, yet together they created something lasting. Your highest self kneels beside the lantern. Most people underestimate small choices because they only notice dramatic change. Pause. But lives are rarely transformed by dramatic moments alone. They are transformed by ordinary decisions, repeated with intention. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Imagine picking up one small stone. Hold it in your hand. Allow it to represent one habit you want to strengthen over the next 30 days. Perhaps it is speaking kindly to yourself, spending a few quiet minutes in prayer or reflection, moving your body, creating instead of endlessly preparing, or putting your phone away before bed. Choose only one. Your highest self says, protect one habit long enough, and it begins protecting you. Repeat silently. Small actions become lasting foundations. Again, small actions become lasting foundations. Place your stone beside the lantern. Notice that its light grows slightly brighter, not because one stone changes everything, but because every stone contributes. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you leave the clearing, you hear birds singing somewhere above the trees. You cannot always see them, yet you know they are there. Your highest self says, not everything valuable needs constant proof. Think about trust. Trust in yourself. Trust in the process. Trust that today's choices matter, even when today's results are invisible. Much like roots growing beneath the earth, some of the most important work happens where no one is watching. You cannot rush roots. You can only continue watering them. Repeat silently, I trust what is growing beneath the surface. Again, I trust what is growing beneath the surface. Continue walking until you reach a narrow wooden bridge crossing a peaceful stream. Halfway across, your highest self stops. Look behind you. Turn gently. Notice how far you have already walked the shoreline, the garden, the lights, the quiet rooms, the mountains, the paths. Each place has given you something. You realize you are not standing where you began. Growth has already happened. Sometimes the mind becomes so focused on the distance ahead that it forgets to acknowledge the distance already traveled. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat silently. I honor the progress I have already made. Again, I honor the progress I have already made. Allow yourself to remember one way you have grown. Perhaps you recover more quickly after difficult moments. Recognize unhealthy patterns sooner. Speak more honestly. Care for yourself with greater patience. Or simply keep returning. Every one of these changes matters. Your highest self smiles. You have spent enough time overlooking your own progress. You are allowed to be proud of becoming more aware. Feel those words settling gently within you, not as pride over being perfect, but as gratitude for continuing. The bridge carries you to the other side of the stream, where another path opens through the trees. The sunlight becomes brighter with every step. Ahead, you notice hundreds of tiny seeds floating gently through the air. Each one lands quietly on the forest floor. Some will bloom quickly, others may take much longer, yet none of them question whether they should continue becoming what they were created to become. Your highest self watches the seeds drift through the light. Your thoughts are like seeds. The words you repeat become beliefs. The beliefs you nurture become choices. The choices you repeat become your character. And your character quietly shapes your life. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold gently. 1, 2. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Imagine choosing one thought you wish to plant more intentionally during these next 30 days. Perhaps it is, I can learn, I can trust myself, I can begin again, I am becoming more grounded every day, I have enough within me for today's journey. Choose whichever feels most true for you. See that thought becoming a glowing seed, resting gently in your hands. Now, place it into the rich soil beneath your feet. Cover it with care. You do not dig it up tomorrow to see whether it has grown. You trust the process. Repeat silently. I nourish the thoughts that nourish my life. Again, I nourish the thoughts that nourish my life. Take one final slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. The forest becomes beautifully still. Somewhere ahead, another light begins glowing between the trees. You realize something has changed within you. You are no longer searching for one extraordinary moment that will transform your entire life. You are learning to recognize the extraordinary power hidden inside ordinary choices. One breath, one thought, one promise, one return, one day at a time. And with each quiet step, the person you are becoming feels less like a distant destination and more like someone you are gently growing into every single day. The next light glowing between the trees grows steady as you step toward it, and the forest gently opens into a wide, sunlit clearing at the top of a gentle hill. From here you can see far into the distance, rolling hills soft with early morning color, the sky turning slowly from gray to gold. Your highest self stands beside you, looking out over the view. This is what it feels like to rise above the noise for a moment, they say. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. From up here, notice how small the worries look that once felt enormous. Notice how the paths you have already walked, the shoreline, the garden, the forest, all connect into one continuous journey, rather than scattered, disconnected struggles. Your highest self says, you could not see this pattern while you were inside each moment, but from here, it is easier to recognize that nothing was wasted. Repeat silently, nothing I have walked through has been wasted. Again, nothing I have walked through has been wasted. Let that truth settle into your chest. Look ahead at the horizon. The sun is beginning to rise fully now, casting a warm light across the hills. Your highest self turns to face you directly. I want you to see something, they say. They gesture toward the light, and within it, an image begins to form. It is you, 30 days from now, standing a little taller, moving a little slower and more deliberately, speaking to yourself with more kindness than before. This version of you has not become a different person. They have simply stopped abandoning themselves as often. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold gently. 1, 2. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Notice how this future version of you carries themselves. Notice their breathing. slower and steadier. Notice their shoulders, no longer braced for impact. Notice their eyes, calm rather than searching. Your highest self asks quietly, what is different about them? Allow your own answer to rise. Perhaps they trust themselves a little more. Perhaps they no longer rehearse every worst-case outcome before it happens. Perhaps they speak to themselves the way they would speak to someone they love. Perhaps they rest without needing to earn it first. Perhaps they simply keep returning day after day without demanding perfection along the way. Your highest self says, that person is not somewhere far ahead of you. They are being built inside the practice you are keeping right now. Let that settle. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. The image of your future self steps closer until they are standing right beside the version of you who is here today. Notice that they do not look down on you. They do not compare themselves to you. They simply place a hand on your shoulder, the same way you might comfort someone you care about. They say, thank you for not giving up on us. Let those words move through you. Fully thank you for not giving up on us. You may feel emotion rising. Whatever arises is welcome. You do not need to hold it back or explain it. You are simply allowed to receive it. Your highest self and your future self stand together now, and for a moment, you understand that they were never two separate people. They are simply you, at different points along the same quiet, continuing practice. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. The sun continues rising over the hills, and the light spreads gently across the whole landscape, over the path, the water, the garden, the shoreline, the forest, all the way to where you now stand. Your highest self says, every place you visited today lives inside you now. You do not have to remember the details perfectly. Your body and your subconscious mind already know the way. Repeat silently, I carry what I need with me. Again, I carry what I need with me. Feel the warmth of the sunrise settling over your shoulders, your chest, your hands. This is the last stop on today's journey. Tomorrow, when you return, you will begin again from a place of familiarity rather than uncertainty. Each day, this practice becomes easier to recognize, easier to trust, easier to receive. Take a slow breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Begin gently bringing your awareness back into the room around you. Notice the surface beneath your body, the temperature of the air, any sounds nearby. You do not need to rush this return. Let it happen slowly, the same way morning light slowly fills a room. Silently repeat, I return to my day carrying peace, not pressure. Again, I return to my day carrying peace, not pressure. Begin to move your fingers and your toes. If it feels comfortable, take a slightly deeper breath, one that stretches gently through your chest. Remember what you are choosing to carry with you today, the quality you planted earlier, the stone you placed by the lantern, the seed resting in the soil beneath the forest floor. None of it needs to be forced into blooming today. It only needs your willingness to return tomorrow. Whenever you feel ready, gently open your eyes. You have completed today's journey. You have practiced releasing what no longer serves you, meeting yourself with compassion instead of criticism, and trusting the quiet, ordinary choices that build a life over time. This is enough for today. Tomorrow, you return, and the practice continues, one breath, one choice, one gentle return at a time.